Top of the morning, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Happy deer season. Happy sitting your butt in traffic going to grandma's house and you got 6 hours ahead, so you might as well just join me here. I appreciate you being here. It has been an incredible year. I want to do something in this particular video that I don't typically do, and that is I'm going to talk to y'all exactly like I talked to my two brother-in-laws sitting around the fire pit on Thanksgiving night, which is sacred, by the way. That is sacred. We float ideas, we express dreams, we talk crap. A little bit of this video might seem a little bit morbid to y'all. So if it's too much, that's fine. Go eat your turkey and enjoy your Thanksgiving. But to everybody else on here, Trump is about to send Delta Force after the cartel in the U.S. and in Mexico. Yes, I said the U.S. Cartels doing all kinds of business inside the U.S. My advice to these guys, and look, I don't see the cartel as necessarily evil, bad men. I really don't. I see them as entrepreneurs. If you would just shift your business model, okay, and go legit, and just shift it over to restaurants, shift it over to, you know, you've made a bunch of money by it. Go buy a dadgum boatyard. Have everybody just pay your rent every single month. Whatever you do, go legit. Because I'm going to tell y'all, and you could translate this into Spanish. Look, we don't think you're evil human beings. Some of the stuff, now we'll get to the other type of stuff that's being trafficked, but and that is evil. But if you're just growing stuff, look, just go legit. Because if Delta Force is hunting you, look them up. It's going to go very, very bad. You have no possible training or no comprehension of what you're up against. I would just sell it off right now and do whatever you got to do to get out. Assimilate into the United States, be proud to be an American, and go legit with a great business model and live your dreams and pass that down to generations. That'd be my idea. Now, if he's going to go after that, that's one thing. Now we also have the trafficking, the human trafficking cartel, and those people are absolutely evil. And if they're coming for you, I promise you, this is where it gets interesting. And this is the kind of stuff I'd say around the fire pit. So I'm going to express it with y'all. I really do believe, I've believed this all my life, that the laws need to be changed. That whole no punishment that is cruel and unusual, to me, that's got to go. We're not a bunch of freaking Quakers anymore. We're not a bunch of Puritans anymore. That stuff's got to go. If you committed a crime that is cruel and unusual, then I figure it is our duty to express to you the same gratitude. Does that make sense to anybody else on here at all? Just hit like if I'm not absolutely crazy right now. We just had to witness Laken Riley's killer get found guilty on, I think, all 10 counts. And they're talking about life in prison. I mean, life in prison, I don't know anybody that was more mad than me. And no, nitrogen is not okay. No lethal injection is not okay. It needs to be on TV, and what he did was cruel and unusual, and that's what he should get, is cruel and unusual. I really do pray and hope that we can rewrite the laws for these monsters and make it cruel and unusual. Put it on pay-per-view. Do you know why? Because we would raise a crap ton of money on pay-per-view with everybody tuning in to see an absolute ruthless monster get what he deserves. And you could donate that money to amazing causes. You could donate that money to the resources that we need. You could donate that money to the national debt that the Democrats, racked up for the last 4 years. This is exactly the kind of stuff we're going to talk about this Thanksgiving. And look, we got some really, really bad people in the United States. We got some really bad people in Mexico. Do I think that Trump needs to send Delta Force down into Mexico to stop the cartels? No. I mean, that's getting a little wild. I think the news is going to be just absolutely wild the next 4 years if he goes in and does that. I personally would keep it here, but look, I mean, I guess if you want to cut the snake off at the head, that's where you got to go. All right, that's where you got to go. The cartel exists there, but they've bled over here, and why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they live here? Why wouldn't they operate here? Why wouldn't they carry out business on the United States and send it all through all 50 states? Because there's been nobody to freaking stop them for 4 years. It's been an absolute green flag just waving in here. Not only come in, not only be illegal, not only ignore the law, but commit violence. Daniel Penny is sitting in a freaking cell right now, the Marine who has saved everybody's lives on the New York subway. And then you have another man that was just released after brutally assaulting a woman. And y'all probably all have seen that meme floating around this week. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, y'all. Cruel and unusual. And I'm not talking about illegal. I'm not talking about violence. I'm saying make it the law. Make it the law, President Trump, to do that to anybody who carries that stuff out. Put it on public TV and charge a hefty fee, just like a UFC fight. I'm not sick. I'm not morbid. I'm just saying return the favor. But anyway, we got a lot of great people in America. We got a lot of people who are fighting for the American dream and doesn't ever need to be dragged down by just monsters and people that are trying to do evil. And if cruel and unusual punishment getting brought back, like I said, we're not Quakers, we're not Puritans anymore, and they didn't have the kind of stuff going on back then that we got now, with the mental illness and just absolute psychopaths running through, doing unspeakable things and getting ideas from these sick movies that are floating around. If that's the kind of world we live in, I feel like the judicial system needs an upgrade. We need to progress and we need to modernize. And maybe that can happen under President Trump. God bless y'all. Hope you enjoyed a little truck talk this morning. Go listen to my song, Redneck Jingle Bells. You will not regret it. Put it on your Christmas playlist and get that thing going in front of your whole family if they never heard it. Y'all be good.